Have you noticed that something is seriously wrong with our world? Our society, our civilization? What is going on? Is this honestly what we want to bring our children into? Do we really tell them that this is life, so just get on with it? Wars, terrorism, financial crisis, corruption, banking fraud, conspiracy, scams, drugs, bombings, hunger, poverty, catastrophe, scandals, economic and environmental disaster. Yet our leaders say nothing. They offer no plausible reasons why. They just seem to ignore the questions. And what solutions they do offer never seem to work. And everything just seems to be getting worse. Yet people insist we need leaders. But what kind of leaders do we need? The kind of leaders that lead us into wars that kill, maim, and destroy in the name of peace? In the name of religion? In the name of politics? In the name of profit and expansion? And then make movies to celebrate it? The kind of leaders that allow the raping of Earth's resources as fast as we can to make it into stuff we don't really need? All in the name of economic growth? The kind of leaders that spend $1,735 billion globally on wars we don't need when world hunger can be eradicated for $135 billion? The kind of leaders that lead us into financial suicide, economic insanity, and bureaucratic madness in the name of capitalism and economics? The kind of leaders that say whatever you want to hear in order to get into power with no intention of ever keeping their promises in the name of politics? But question them and you get called stupid, an anarchist, unpatriotic, or even a criminal. People stare blankly at you and call you unrealistic, crazy. And they call that progress. Meanwhile, we see the rich get richer. Their insane amount of wealth, completely unaffected by any of it. While the poor get poorer, and the middle class wonder, what's going to happen next? As if some mysterious force is controlling it all. But our leaders are not the real cause of the problem. They are just puppets in the show. The truth is much more subtle than that. What is really crazy is the truth is hidden in plain sight. Because they think you won't open your eyes enough to see it. Too scared to do anything about it if you did. Too brainwashed to really understand. Too distracted by banal entertainment, mindless consumerism, survival, and fear. They think you are stupid and worthless. The cause of the problem is we are being lied to. Deceived and manipulated into believing in illusions that benefit only a select few and not the rest of us. Who are these select few? And why do they do it?
There are on this earth a select amount of people who believe they are better than the rest of us. That they deserve more, that somehow they have a divine given right to rule. To control and to own and take whatever they want. And keep it all for themselves. They didn't just appear. It goes back a long way into the history of mankind. They have always been here, controlling, manipulating, ruling and taking everything for themselves and their offspring who continue the bloodline. We hear many theories as to who they really are. Biblical bloodlines, alien interference, divine rights of God, genetic manipulation, human hybrids, reptilians. Their identity is in our history. You will know them as the ruling class, the elite, monarchs, the Pope, and other heads of religions, the privileged, the aristocracy, the super-rich, the Nazis, the rulers of empires, the old world order. They are the heartless and selfish psychopaths that sit behind a control system that they have constructed to keep you blind and enslaved to their rules. They are our masters. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what gives them the right? What gives them the power? How did they come to be this way? The answer may shock you. The answer is you. The answer is us. We gave them the right. We allow them to behave this way. We even honor and worship them in the process. We get down on our knees, bow to them in their presence, and accept everything they say, like the good little obedient slaves we have become. We follow their rules and their control systems like sheep, mindless and asleep, oblivious to what is really going on, and they know it. How do they do it?
They control us by controlling belief and perception. When you control belief, you control people. When you control perception, you control how people think. This is how it's done. They hack into our collective consciousness. They hijack the shared mental arena we call reality. They subliminally plant their lies, deceptions, and illusions to create false belief and perception. You might think you have control over your own mind. But that's exactly how you are supposed to think. The real truth is rather disturbing. They use the control system they have constructed to manipulate our minds, just like a hypnotist. And they have a number of control mechanisms and tools to do it. Media, religion, politics, authority, economics, education, healthcare, corporations, sports, movies, music, technology, water, energy, everything. These tools direct the way we perceive and view the world and what we believe to be true. They use subversive psychology to control our behavior. Divide and conquer. They set us against each other, supporting both sides, owning the winners and controlling the losers. Their secret agendas are achieved by creating a problem that makes us react in a way that will support the solution they offer, which is their agenda. They create a world of fear, competition, and confusion to make us feel disconnected, separate, helpless, weak, insignificant, powerless, stupid, crazy. Tapping into our most basic primal emotions. They act without reason to make the world appear insane and out of control, to make us believe we need them to control it for us. They suppress truth and knowledge and disrupt our natural evolution. How much of our brains we use to limit the potential of what we can really do. They block us from awakening and knowing who and what we truly are, for that is their only power. Truthfully, it is they who fear us. Biggest fear is that we find out the truth and gain the knowledge of who we really are. Because then they will not have any power over us.
In our original primal state, we are consciousness. Awareness. Children of organic living light. We are part of the universe, like a droplet of water is part of an ocean. On Earth, we choose to experience this reality we call life through a biological instrument called the human body. This is our vehicle, our avatar. It is the lens all of us look through to experience this reality together. This is why we are all connected. We are all the same beneath our skin. Our human body, our avatar, is a crystalline body of millions of cells that communicate via forms of photon energy, light. The real miracle of life is our DNA. We are bioacoustic electromagnetic receiver transmitters. That is affected by everything around us. Our whole environment. The earth. The sun. The moon, the galaxy, the universe, and each other. We also affect everything too. In our human form, we experience and translate this reality. Through 5 biological senses that interpret frequencies of light into what we see, feel, hear, touch, and smell as our physical reality. This all appears to be external to us and solid, even though it is not. Because these 5 senses only operate within a limited frequency range, we are not consciously aware of anything outside of that small range. But there is so much more beyond our 5 senses. These 5 senses are what we have used so far, and they have been the beauty of life. And they have also been our weakness. They are used against us to manipulate us. But that's all beginning to change. The cosmos is always moving and changing, which means we are too. The sun is hurtling through space at around 70,000 kilometers per hour. Dragging Earth and everything in its solar system with it. through a journey around the galaxy. Exposing us to new energy frequencies. As new photon energy carrying new information affects our sun and then our Earth, it affects us as we cross into a new energetic cycle. We have entered a new epoch, a new age with new information coming to us from the galaxy and our sun. That is why we see and feel so many things changing. We are changing on a cellular level. Our DNA, our cells, and everything around us is changing. We have the opportunity to realize more of our true potential. And therein lies the problem. They don't want us to change. They don't want us to have this knowledge and to realize our true potential. They are trying to block the new information coming to us. If we have this knowledge and gain control, we will no longer need their control systems. They will no longer be our masters.
If we remove the cause of the problem, we will no longer need a solution. It is our willingness to accept the control system as it is, to cling to the belief systems and perceptions with which we have been programmed that holds us back. This is why we need a revolution of the mind. This is where the real change begins, in raising our consciousness to create a vision of a new reality. Because it is us who have created this current reality. Regardless of those who have sought to control and manipulate it. The world is showing us what we don't want. We are manipulated because we have allowed it to do so. It is up to us to change. We must move our plane of perception of who we are from the body to consciousness and awareness. It is time to face the truth about ourselves. It's only our perception of what we think is possible that limits us. The new frequencies emanating from the galaxy are now bringing everything that was hidden to the foreground. It is all coming to the surface as the old systems start to collapse and fall away, and the illusions begin to crumble. It's time for us to unplug from the false reality they have constructed. Dispense with those systems and constructs that no longer serve our evolution, and create a new reality based on truth. We have entered a new epoch, a new age throughout our entire solar system. It is time for us to embrace the truth of who we really are, to reach a new vibrational level. We can learn to live without fear. The age of truth consciousness is about freeing our minds from the belief that the control system reality and all its programs we see around us is the only reality there is. We only see reality from a small perspective, and there is so much more. We are all more than we think we are. We all have more ability than we are using right now. Every single one of us. Anything is possible because it is only our perception of what is possible that limits us. We are all inherently genius. We all stand by each other. Together, we can change the way things are. If millions of people begin to awaken to truth consciousness, then more will be automatically triggered to awaken. The more information we put out into our field of collective consciousness, the more minds will expand and new realities revealed. We must and will achieve critical mass, the tipping point. The truth and knowledge we all seek can no longer be held back from us. Because there are too many of us waking up now. This is why we must now tune ourselves into the frequencies of togetherness, connectedness, oneness, harmony, cooperation, understanding, compassion, courage, reason, expansion, and love. That is how we overcome our masters and become the revolution of the mind. We become the change we want to see. That removes the need for war, for poverty, for hunger, and the struggle for survival. Where consciousness is valued over materialism, cooperation over competition, contribution instead of commercialism. Where everyone's natural talents are nurtured and developed and used for the good of all humanity and the earth that we all share. Real love.
There's so many things I don't want to know. Killings everywhere is sick for my soul. If I had a heart for hate, what will be the cause? I just want to know where I belong, where I belong. If someone knows, don't give up even if your life is in pain. That's a blessing from God, I'm so sure about it. Look at the stars, you will see a smile at the beginning. That's your real home, where you come from, that you belong, you belong, you belong. When I look in your eyes, I see the space in my heart. Can you see? Can you reach from walking on this planet, what he sees, humans killing each other in every country. The leaders are pretending